I became greatly fulfilled because I was going now from success to significance, and I teach often success is about what I accomplish, significance, it's all about you. And the moment that I started valuing people, I found that fulfillment comes in living a significant life. It doesn't come in living a life for myself. And so as I served others, I began to value teamwork. I began to be fulfilled in my life. And so I sat down after understanding the value of serving others, and I asked myself a simple question. What questions can I ask myself that would better help and serve you? And so I asked myself questions such as, what do the people need? Well, I didn't know what the people needed. So I went to them and I said, I would like to lead you well. I'd like to serve you well. What do you need? And they began to talk to me about what they needed. I literally have written all my books off of the fact that when I was in my late 20s, I came to the conclusion that if I could help people do 4 things well, if I could really serve them in these 4 areas, they would be very successful. If I could help them develop relationships, if I could help them learn how to equip others, if I could help them have a phenomenal attitude in life, and if I could help them to lead. And so I just took those 4 things, and every book I wrote was either relationships, equipping, attitude, leadership. It was, again, serving and asking myself, well, what do the people need? And then, once you define what the people need, then you say, okay, now how do I meet that need? What do I do? And in the case I just gave you, I started writing books for people. But I started asking questions. I started listening. I started developing what I call heart skills, which are skills that you show people that you truly care for them. And so when I started valuing people and asking these servanthood questions, I just began to ask myself, how can I inspire other people to serve other people? And the answer is very simple, by modeling it. So with my team, I constantly serve them. In fact, it's kind of a joke because when you watch our team together, we're always looking for ways to serve each other. And it's almost like, who's the king of the servers? Who's the king of the serving hill? I did this for you. I did that for you. But it's all in fun. But it's all because we understand that when I started serving people, I started valuing people. I started valuing what teamwork was all about. And I really started to be fulfilled in my life. I think you're going to find that in your servanthood also. I just want to encourage you to learn what I have said and practice it this month and serve people and see if it doesn't bring you maybe a little bit greater sense of fulfillment because you've begun to live this life of significance.
Hey, welcome back. Chris, to get you back, we had to stay in studio for part 2 just to get you back. So for all of you YouTube viewers, yes, that's the same shirt. Chris stayed for an extra session today to do part 2.
I think really what happened was he saw the great content that John had for us today, and he knows that you and I don't stay on time. And so he said, well, instead of this being one lesson, we better break it up into 2.